For example, we have a Tracy from California on Central Valley. I've seen some very nice condos, apartments on Oahu for sale at what seems to be incredible bargains. Our owners shying away from close quarters due to COVID. That's one. Maui, Dave from California. Are there ocean view condos for under 300 on Maui? If not, what kind of condo is available for 200 to 300? And then on the Big Island, it's best property in the COVID world. We're considering purchasing vacation rental condos in Kona as an investment, short-term vacation rental to use personal in the summer as we're teachers. We're willing to spend up to $400K and would like to be oceanfront, if not necessarily ocean view. We are concerned over the impact of COVID on these properties' rental potential and having some very high income owner fees as carrying costs when not occupied. Given these challenges, is it best to invest in a studio, a one bedroom, or a two bedroom? What do you feel will have the best return on investment as we recover from COVID? So gang, we got a bunch of kind of condo questions. So why don't we kind of do this? Let's talk about the people are asking about the condo market. We've kind of touched on it earlier, so there's no need to repeat the things that we've already said. But let's kind of hit this. Scott, why don't you take this, and then we'll go from Scott, then we'll go to Heidi, and then we'll go to Dylan, and I'll bring up the slides back again to refresh your memory. But before we do that, Daniel, aloha from Chicago. Hey, dude, Northwest Side, man. That's where I was born and raised. Well, not raised, born. I was raised in Hawaii. That's what I tell people. I moved here when I was 21, but born on the northwest side of Chicago. Anyway, Scott, what's the deal with are there any bargain condos on Oahu left, Scott?
I mean, I haven't seen a ton of bargains like I was just saying about Waikiki. The prices aren't down that much. Are there values out there? Can you find them? Yes, but don't expect some bargain basement, dumpster fire kind of situation going on here. Clearly, we've seen in the marketplace that there's enough strength and people on that condo side in Waikiki, which is where those deals are going to be, are able to hold out. We're not seeing a ton of just absolute dumpster fire sales, but the bargains are there. If they're going to be, it's going to be Waikiki.
I know that, thanks, Scott. And I know that Dylan had said a long time ago, if there's an incredible deal, there's something wrong with it. There's something to be suspect with it. Heidi, I don't want to give a sneak peek to what we're going to talk about later on our diamonds and deals, but what about this question from Dave? Can you get an ocean view condo for around 300, or if not, what's available for 200 to 300?
Well, there's about 10 listings on Maui right now that are between 200 and 300,000 and have an ocean view. About 5 of these are fee simple, which is full ownership. About 5 of these are leasehold, where you own the condo, you do not own the interest in the land. So short answer, there's very limited inventory, but yes, you can find something, and I would say keep watching because I have something to share a little bit later in the show. Yes,
we do, but we're not going to. But you're going to have to stay tuned. You have to stay tuned for this one for sure. Yeah. Heidi, I just want to point out that I really appreciate that you actually prepare for this show, and not to say that Dylan and Scott don't. I don't know if Dylan and Scott, but I definitely know you prepare. You look at the slides ahead of time, and you've got your answers. Otherwise, how would you know that there's 5 leaseholds and 5 fee simples from 2 to 300. God bless you. And I hope Dave, I know Dave, if you're watching, but if you are, I hope you appreciate that because I certainly do. Let's hit the next one. Dylan, this was a long one. Dave from San Diego, he's looking at vacation rentals, COVID, he's thinking about COVID impacts, what's happening with the market. What is it? Is it best to get a studio, a 1-bedroom, or a 2-bedroom? What do you feel will have the best return on investment as we recover from COVID?
Well, this one's a kind of hard one to answer because you're asking for the crystal ball, but if we go back to earlier in the year and even late last year, we had a new vacation rental regulation go into effect. So I was telling everybody, hey, vacation rental condos are a great investment right now because the supply of vacation rentable properties is going to get severely constrained because it was a Wild West before anybody could turn their home or their condo into a vacation rental. So once that regulation went into effect, clearly owning a condo that was zoned property that you could get a permit for the vacation rent was a good idea. And then COVID hit, right? And so if you bought a condo in December last year and were thinking you're going to make a bunch of money this year, you were not realizing that. So going forward, I still believe that a vacation rentable condo is a good investment from an income perspective, as long as things go back to normal. We just don't know exactly how long that's going to take. And at this point, we're seeing visitors return, but until we get back to full strength, it's hard to it's going to be hard to project. You can look at rental history from 2019, which is probably a better year to project rental history going forward. But if you look at rental history from 2020, it's obviously going to be very bad. So from a return on investment standpoint, it's not a bad idea to buy a condo. HOA fees can feel high, but they're not crazy. I mean, there's a lot of places that have HOA fees around $500-$600. So that's very reasonable for the Kona market. Of course, we do have condos that have $1,000 plus maintenance fees, but from a size standpoint, that really depends on what kind of market you're looking for. Obviously, the smaller the condo, the less per night you can rent it for. There are a lot of families that travel, so the 2-bedroom and 1-bedrooms rent better because you can have a pull-out couch if you have a 1-bedroom where the kids can sleep in the living room and you sleep in the bedroom. But 2 bedrooms, obviously, couples like to travel together nowadays also, and save costs that way. So 2 bedrooms are good. So I always think more space is better because you can demand a higher cost per night, and from a ratio standpoint, your carrying costs are not going to be as high. So the increase in maintenance fees and taxes is not proportional to the increase in the amount of rent that you can charge. Or you can almost charge twice as much rent for a 2-bedroom versus a 1-bedroom or a studio, but your carrying costs are not going to be double. So
correct. There's there's like a higher profit margin, if you will, in the larger properties, essentially.
Yeah,
that's a really good point. That's an excellent point.